Good evening, everyone. I'm meteorologist Riley King, and welcome to Riley's Kingdom of Weather. Let's begin. First up, let's take a look at our radar right now. And here's a live look at that radar right now. As you see, we are seeing the clouds moving in, and the snow is moving right behind it. Now let's talk about your weather for tonight and tomorrow. Weather for tonight, increasing clouds, lows in the single digits. Tomorrow, snow turning windy in the afternoon, highs in the mid-20s. Tomorrow night, snow winding down in the evening, remaining windy overnight, lows in the single digits. Now let's take a look at your current temperatures across New Hampshire right now. Here's a look at those current temperatures across New Hampshire right now. Up to 14 inches of snow possible Thursday, blizzard warning at coast. Let's take a listen to the video.
Clifton Leaf. I'm the editor-in-chief of Fortune. I'm a judge on a number of journalism awards, but I really love the Bi-Alert because the focus...
Here's a look at the hour-by-hour timeline. Granite staters will deal with milder temperatures Wednesday while a large and strong nor'easter begins bearing down on the region. The storm system will develop east of Florida on Wednesday, then gladly up the east coast before passing by the state beginning on Thursday morning. The storm should arrive between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. and will end for most by 8 p.m. The latest weather models suggest 4 to 8 inches of snow across most of the state. About 8 to 14 inches will fall at the coastline. In further western areas, 2 to 4 inches of snow likely. The snow, which will fall heavily in the afternoon and early evening, will be light and fluffy in nature. Light and fluffy snow tends to accumulate faster than wetter and heavier snow. Winds will pick up as the snow continues to fall, gusts over 35 miles per hour, possible especially at the coast. Winter storm watches are in effect for the entire state, while a blizzard warning in place from 12 p.m. Thursday through 1 a.m. Friday for the seacoast. Criteria for blizzard conditions include rapidly falling snow, wind gusts over 35 miles per hour, and limited or no visibility for 3 consecutive hours. There are also concerns of coastal flooding. A coastal flood watch is in place for the coastline during the day Thursday. The strong storm combined with astronomically high tide could cause erosion and flooding. After the storm exits the area late Thursday night, another bitterly cold air mass will grip the state through the weekend. And here is a look at the warnings for you. And here's a look at the snow totals. Blizzard warning posted for New Hampshire coastline. The warning is in effect from 12 p.m. Thursday through 1 a.m. Friday. A coastal flood watch is also in effect for this area during the day Thursday. Criteria for blizzard conditions include rapidly falling snow, wind gusts over 35 miles per hour, and limited or no visibility for 3 consecutive hours. Travel is not recommended during the height of the storm. Seacoast prepares for blizzard conditions. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
At the Hampton Public Works, all the plows and payloaders were inside, staying warm and almost ready for Thursday's storm.
We'll start loading up the trucks with our mix to make sure when it starts getting slick or cold that we can get out there and get our treatment started. And as the snow starts piling, if it starts piling, we'll be ready to plow.
The storm is expected to hit the seacoast the hardest. Plus, high winds are also expected to bring with them the possibility of a blizzard.
We have visibility concerns, areas that we're used to having, be able to be cleared in one sense. It can't be done because we can't see it, we can't get to it.
The cold was also making it difficult for Peter Phillips to head to sea. First, he had to wash the ice off his deck. Phillips says he's keeping a close eye on the weather.
If it gets real windy, we take the boat to Portsmouth, so we're not here in the open. But as it looks like now, yeah, I think I'll leave the boat here.
Phillips says he picked today to head out to pull 60 traps because it's the warmest.
It's supposed to be light wind. I mean, it's still a little breeze here. You probably don't feel it, but if you get out on the ocean, it intensifies.
But warm is a relative term. It was still cold enough to freeze a wrench. The Seabrook Water Department having to use a propane torch to free the tool after shutting off water to a home where the pipes had burst. Meantime, down at the Public Works Department, both residents and the town were preparing for the storm, which is expected to begin in the morning and continue throughout the day. As you take a live look at the ocean, the tide will be low when the storm is expected to be at its worst, so that should help minimize the impact of any coastal flooding. Reporting live in Hampton, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. What the explaining bomb and bomb cyclone weather terms. Let's take a listen to the video.
This is your Wednesday afternoon weather webcast update. Winter storm watches remain posted for the entire state for the day tomorrow and into tomorrow evening. Blizzard warning remains intact. 4 areas right near the shoreline for tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night with strong winds and heavier snow, meaning reduced visibility. You will notice that storm system not even technically a true area of low pressure yet, making its way across Florida. But as it eventually gets off the coast this afternoon, it will start to strengthen into a strong coastal storm that will parallel the shoreline, passing southeast of Cape Cod tomorrow afternoon. What that means for us is temperatures in the 20s this afternoon and an increase in clouds tonight, with temperatures dropping back into the single digits and teens. Tomorrow, first flake southern areas anywhere between 5 and 8 a.m., and you can see it gradually lifts northward through 9 or 10 o'clock. And then the heaviest portion of the storm system will be a burst of moderate to at times heavier snowfall, anywhere from about 11 o'clock in the morning through about 6 o'clock in the evening in the southeastern half to southeastern third of the state. Temperatures will be in the 20s as this falls, so for most, this will be a light, fluffy snow before really starting to fall apart after 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening and wrapping up quickly thereafter as that area of low pressure races through the Canadian Maritimes. We're going to see the winds pick up tomorrow afternoon. They'll gust out of the northeast at times over 30 to 35 miles an hour, may have an occasional gust over 40 miles an hour. And then as the storm moves away, winds will turn to the northwest and will gust at times over 30 to 35 miles an hour Friday night, and even into Saturday, which is going to produce some bitter cold across the area. Only change to our numbers from earlier this morning is moving that 8 to 14 inch amount closer and a little bit farther inland from the exact seacoast, maybe just about 15 miles. We're still debating between the 4 to 8 inch accumulation amount, and it could be a 5 to 9 inch accumulation amount. There's a couple of other maps coming in this afternoon, and they'll really fine-tune the numbers for us, and we'll have an update starting on News 9 at 5. From there, again, gusty winds are...
Okay, and there you go on that video. And here is that special term I talked about earlier. And there you go on that special term. Let's take a look at your weather alerts now. We have a winter storm warning for Hillsborough, New County. And we have a lot of closings. We have 136 closings and delays. A lot of them are closings. Here's the list. And if you want to view that complete list, just go to WMUR.com and you can see this complete list. And now let's take a look at your next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, the snow, and later next week, a wintry mix possible. And now let's take a look at your traffic. And here's a look at your traffic right now. We're seeing a lot of green roadways, and we have a few yellow spots and a few red spots throughout the roadways in New Hampshire. And that does it for Friday's Kingdom of Weather. I hope you all have a great rest of your night, and we'll keep you updated on this storm as it gets closer to New Hampshire. Have a great night, everyone. Goodbye.